The weekend, it's Mailbag. We're just having a little conversation before we started there about middle names. Apparently, Louise is the most common middle name for women. So I'm going to ask everyone, what is their middle name? Liam.
Right, well, this is something a lot of my mates tease me about because I have to emphasize the spelling because it's my dad's name. My dad's name is Jed, so my middle name is Gerard. Not Gerard, Gerard. It's Gerard, but my mates often call me Liam Gerard to try
Oh,
and wind me up.
that's harsh. That is harsh, man. But Jared, it's a fine name. It's a fine name.
Yeah.
Pete?
I've got probably the most common like male name, James.
James.
So
Again,
James, yeah.
it's a solid name. Peter James
Everyone's got
McFarlane.
James.
That is a
Yeah,
very,
so
very sturdy name,
my
man.
dad's middle name is James. And then my brother Alex, he didn't have a middle name, but then when he got like confirmation or whatever, he ended up getting James as well because he felt left out. But like everyone has James as their
Yeah.
middle name. Not
Mine's
me mum,
Frederick.
but
And
Frederick,
everyone,
Frederick.
like all the lads in our family have got Frederick after my granddad.
Oh, I like that.
There's
I
loads
like
of
that.
us. Yeah, Freddie. Ian, what's yours?
Robert.
God, again, a good
Strong, yeah.
name. Bit better with an S on the end, if you ask me, but Robert's still a good name.
After my
Right,
granddad.
anyway, who's that after?
After my granddad.
After your granddad.
Aye.
Nice. Well, but aren't there isn't like some weird thing where some people they go by their middle name?
A lot of them do, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I've
Well,
got a mate.
Dyche did that, didn't he?
Did he? Yeah.
His real first name's Pete.
Why would you not have Pete? What's wrong with this man? So hold on. He uses his middle name. He shaves his head to be bald because he's not bald.
I might have
Yeah.
just made that up though to wind up and see if people reaction.
I've got a mate called, and I felt like I've been lied to literally my whole life because his name was Mark, and then we found out like years later because he was getting married, and his actual name was Joseph.
So you didn't
So
find
it's
out till he was
Joseph
getting
Mark.
married.
Yeah, we found out literally because we were like, "Who's that?" And it was like, "All right, that's his actual name then."
Do you, Joseph Mark? Hey, what? Who? Crazy. Right. Anyway, yeah. By the way, I am joined by Liam, Gerard, Peter James, and Ian Roberts. It's Leslie Frederick. It's Mailbag. Hot topic. Let's go. What are the best and worst cup games you've been to? Liam will give us some
Best,
times.
best one. I know I've mentioned before Mailbag, but I'm gonna have to go for Sunderland away under Moyes in 2012. It was just chaos.
What a
It was just
that.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And worst, I mean, there's been some bad ones. I'm gonna go for, we discussed it on Good Times episode 3, Oxford in the 9, where Mitch Wood was captain and there were 10,000 people at Goodison. Gareth Farley made his final Everton appearance and we got knocked out. It was just like just a really grim night.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Awful. Pete. I'll tell you what. Let's do our worst and then our best because I don't want to. I don't want to bring it down anymore like that.
Is it like does the League Cup count or is it just FA Cup?
Any cup.
Mine was League Cup.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, because one of my favourites was West Ham away in the quarter final at the League Cup. Yakubu scored like late on.
Didn't we have them in the FA Cup as well that season?
Possibly.
No, we had them
Yeah.
on 7 or 8. We had them in the league on the Saturday, didn't we?
Oh, sorry, yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was the first time I'd gone to West Ham as well, West Ham away, and I absolutely loved it. It was just boss. And then Yakubu gets the late winner, and then the Chelsea game, we got Chelsea in the next round, didn't we? And that was the one where Sean Wright Phillips out jumps Jolie and Lescott on the back post somehow. But yeah, I wouldn't have that as my worst though. I think the worst I felt in a cup game was either the Wigan game because I felt like we had a really good chance of winning the cup that year. And obviously Wigan ended up going on to win it. Either that one or Tranmere. That Tranmere one was horrible. And especially because there's so many Copites in the Tranmere end. And they'd filled like the entire Bullens. And it was just, I just hated that everything about that day. It was horrible.
Yeah. I had more Tranmere mates taking a piss out, more Copite mates taking a piss out of me than Tranmere mates that day.
Yeah.
Oh God,
yeah. All there.
Yeah, true. Ian?
It's got to be, the worst one's got to be Wigan. Because it was the first minibus that we put on with the supporters club. So
really? Oh, mate.
Full minibus going down.
Was it the last one as well?
They took us into the ground, so we had up around the ground, like just on the pitch and stuff. It was a horrible. Remember being a horrible, miserable day. Was in the Gladys Street, and it was just people left. Third one in, and people left, and never came back.
What? Right.
Honestly.
So when you've got like the supporters club coach, do you like? Have you got like the 3-0 down back to town rule, or do
No,
people
no.
stay till the end? Do you say like,
I,
look,
I,
we're
al-
getting fucked here,
I
we're
always,
going?
I always stay at the end. What we normally do is everybody go. Obviously, we have a drink in the Black Horse, and we normally just say, right, everybody just meet at the William Hill, or we go back to the Black Horse for a quick pint, and then go there. But people just do whatever they want. But I always stay at the end. I've never left early. Never left early.
Come
Nah.
down the park end, mate. You will do. Add some answers on this. What was your favourite one, by the way?
Oh, it's got to be Sunderland.
Right.
Got to be Sunderland.
Yeah. Magic.
What did? No. One of the best memories of that day as well. It was like mid-March, but it was an absolutely beautiful day, summer's day.
Gorgeous, wasn't it?
Like
Yeah.
8,000, wasn't it? They give us, and I think Everton paid for the coaches up, and I'd gone out and had a few beers before the game, had something to eat, and just when the players came to the weekend and just stood there and clapped us. Honestly, it's amazing.
Yeah. I tell you what, we could get the good times back this season.
Hey, you never know.
Because just before we started recording, David Moyes has been announced as the new Everton manager. So on that note, quick impromptu question: what's your favourite Everton comeback?
Oh, we've had a few, but I would probably say the 4-4, the draw when we came back 4 times against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Or do you mean come back to win, or just any comeback?
No, just any comeback.
Yeah, definitely that one.
The one that always springs to my mind is the when we got beat 4-3 by United. And
I was going to mention that. Like the most dead.
Down at half time. It was like, to lose it in the 89th minute after coming back from 3-0 down. Incredible.
Van the story giving it loads to the family enclosure as well.
Yeah, some fella come past me who we knew when I scored the 4th, and we just saw him. He'd run down. He said, "Everything but my lights went at Roy Keane's head." Like, why?
I tell you what, you wouldn't have had Roy Keane offering anyone else after that game, would you?
No car park out there.
Yeah, no chance. Liam, what's yours then, apart from that Man United one?
I'm going to go for another one against United under Moyes, actually, when we 3-1 down in the 90th minute, and we went 3-on. We should have won because Jagielka goes through and the ref blew when he went through. I mean, he obviously hit the shot of Van der Sar, but genuinely, that was on, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's incredible when you think back that the referee actually did that. It's so outrageous that.
Well, Moyes was on the pitch, and Moyes was relatively restrained with refs. I'd find he's not like, apart from when he called Clattenburg a cheat and it got brushed under the carpet, there was no charge, which tells you a lot.
Yeah,
he was quite restrained. The fact he was on the pitch with Steve Round in the referee's face tells you a lot.
The thing is, as well, Jagielka would have netted that. He was the sort of player who would have scored that. There's some players who you think the 3 1-on-1 they never scored in this.
Yeah.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin usually. Jagielka would have slotted that. Peter Reid as well. I always think back to that in the FA Cup final when Kevin Moran got sent off.
Yeah.
I don't even think Peter Reid would have made it to the goal.
It was a terrible finish on it
because he ran from the halfway line. He was fucked.
He was getting wider as well, wasn't he?
I don't even think he'd have got that shot away.
No.
Pete, what's your favourite comeback then?
I was say about that United game as well. One of the funniest videos ever came from that, because do you remember we were like 3-1 down going into injury time? That's what annoyed us the most as well, because we scored twice like so late on.
Yeah.
But then he didn't add any extra time onto the injury time. He just that was the problem, because we'd actually scored in injury time, but then he hadn't added that on. But but I just remember this like viral video of this. It was like before, everyone had like the proper smartphones, but it was like there was like a Liverpool fan, like a lad in a red car, and he had a Liverpool shirt on. And for some mad reason, he decided to start driving up the Gladys Street just, as it was letting out.
Yeah.
And his car was getting like pushed over. That was from that day. So I don't know whether he came out thinking, I'm going to rub it in their faces or what, but the terror in his face, it was brilliant. So I'll probably agree with Liam just because it gave us that video.
Yeah, hopefully deserved that. We've had some answers in for this. Mark says, going back decades, but was Wolves v the Cockfights in 77. Disallowed goal by Brian Hamilton broke my heart. Is that the one where he sort of nudges it in on the line with his hip? And I think the ref...
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
Is that the one, yeah? As he was 13. Best v Spurs, 95. I'll probably go with that. Massive underdogs, and we had 3 sections of the ground. Unbelievable that day. But little did we know the last silverware we would win. Oh, Mark, it was going so well, and you brought us down at the end. Mike says...
Video, isn't it?
What's that?
Like that Paddy Power video, have you seen it?
Oh,
About the deal with the devil.
It's incredible, isn't it? I don't like to give Paddy Power any credit, but that is an incredible video. That it's so good. Mike says the 95 semi and the 16 quarter final. The bad ones 3-0 v Tranmere, 4-1 v Leeds in 91. The only match he asked his dad to leave early, he was 6 years old. And his dad said, "You have to see the bad so you appreciate when we are great again." He's still waiting. We all are, mate. And this is a shout 4-2 against Millwall in 95. That was in the League Cup. I think
I didn't go down.
we got off at 3-2.
Oh, do you know what? Is that the handball? And there was no VAR?
No, that was 2019.
That was the FA Cup. That was Marco Silva.
That was terrible.
We were down there.
That was. Reckon there was bother as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we got the club coach down. So weird. I mean, it's just like an away day in London should be like a really good occasion because there's so many good pubs and everything down there. But when you go to Millwall, the coaches literally just. I think we got to London Bridge and they shut the curtains on the coach.
Is that because we're going back into the 1970s?
Yeah, honestly, that's what it was like. They said, like, we're shutting the curtains now, so, like, don't look out to them, don't give anyone any stick kind of things. Like, fucking hell, what is this? And the coach just went straight into the back of the ground. We all got out. We got kept behind at the end, which made it even fucking worse after that result. And we had to sit through them all singing status quo at the final whistle, which was weird. And then just went straight back out after the game. It was crap. So, it's just no way to do an away match, that. So, yeah, I can't wait till we play Millwall on the opening day of next season, Friday night. The Bromley Moor opener, it's happening. Tangled Up in Blues, West Southampton in the League Cup this season. Good shout, that. Absolutely turgid game of football. Best Wolfsburg 4-1 in the UEFA Cup. Was that another Tim Howard masterclass?
Yeah, where like Kevin De Bruyne's kept it in shots straight at him. It's weird. De Bruyne's in the team both times, isn't he? Because he was a Belgian. It was weird, that game.
Yeah, it was mad, wasn't it? Because it felt like we got battered, but we leathered them. It was mad, wasn't
it?
Yeah. Stu said best FA Cup semi-final v Spurs at Elland Road, unforgettable day. West Zenith, oh god, Zenith Data Cup final same year, getting beat 4-1 by Palace. Grim trip home from Wembley. God, pretty sure Ian Wright battered Martin Keown that day. So I think Martin Keown came out of it looking even worse than he went into it somehow.
Is that the one where Robert Varshita scored? Did we make a 1-1 and thought, we're back in there? So just everybody got battered.
Grim. God, the ZDS Cup. Do not miss that. Gary, bad Oldham 08 when we got beat 1-0 at home and killed our cup treble dreams. The shite under 12s, 100%. The shite at Wembley. Boss Cup game, Sunderland away and Chelsea away. Shite at home, Gosling. Yeah, defo. And he also says, best cup game ever, he forgot to add, was Athens away. Cheap flights, no sleep, nearly killed by the locals, bumped by taxi drivers, and all around proper European away. Good. John, Portsmouth away, second leg midweek cup game or York away are definitely bad games. They're definitely two of mine. We went to Portsmouth away, got back to Birkenhead about 3 o'clock in the morning. Even the kebab shops were shut. It was crap. And then the next day, got into Haslett sixth form because someone grassed us up for bunking off on the in the afternoon to go down the game. Bastards. And Gary Stevens 1-0 against the shite stands out. Could list a fair few from the 90s. Thought he was a jinx. Sheffield United and Rotherham are another of John's disastrous away days. And Jonathan said Ipswich away, 95 replay, 7 hours on the train, dire game, 1-0 sharp pen, 7 hours back to Lime Street on a train with no lights on. Good stuff. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Right. Oh, yeah, here's an interesting one. So Tangled Up in Blue said, were you surprised Goodison was so quiet, flat against Peterborough? Thought it would have been bouncing after the news. Do you think that atmosphere is gone forever? It was a crap atmosphere. It was really flat, but I wasn't surprised. Was anyone?
I didn't go.
No, you didn't miss out.
No, I didn't go.
It was way too cold as well.
Yeah, it was cold. I mean, the news is not really... The news was only just filtering through, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think Baines and Coleman got the reception, but also, like, with any atmosphere, and you say this, the players have to give us something, and I don't think they were terrible against Peterborough, but it wasn't like they come flying out, wasn't it? Like, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. It was a bit of a tepid display as well. It begets one of the done it a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just with you though. It's you never get good atmospheres against lower league opposition
Yeah.
in a cup competition. In the earlier rounds, you never do. And the other thing that always, like, it always does me head in, and it does me head in when it's like a Premier, a lower sort of half Premier League team, is that for a team coming for Peterborough the other night, that was like a big occasion for them.
Yeah.
And good luck to them. Do you know what I mean? I thought their fans were great. Other than like the odd little thing about Scousers, but anyway, they were out to enjoy themselves. But for us, it's not. We're not really that bothered about. You know what I mean? There's not really that sort of
I always,
feeling.
yeah,
It's absolutely Baltic. It's Thursday night. We're just not really that arsed, are we? I
yeah.
don't think it was ever going to be a good atmosphere, to be
I
honest.
also think with games like that as well, you kind of want to hide into nothing because
Yeah.
we win. It's like, oh yeah, you beat Dylan League One, sound well done.
Yeah.
But if you get beat, it's carnage. So it's kind of like you're expected to win. So it's not. I don't know. It's
There's
never.
no jeopardy in that respect, is there? Because it's not like there's not a surprise element if you win, right, Joe? If you win, say you're playing a team where you think, oh, we might be in a bit of trouble here, and you're not surprised, but there's like elements like, oh, I enjoyed that. It's not there, is it?
No, I think if you go like 2-0 up early on and you're battering them, then I reckon the atmosphere will pick up then, because then you'd sort of get into a little bit more like a party atmosphere for it. But yeah, I wasn't surprised. It was a shame. Like,
Do you think there was a shock element to it? Like we just didn't like Christ, what's happened, sort of thing. And
yeah, I'd like Liam said. I think the news hadn't really filtered through, and it was just a very very weird day, wasn't it? Really.
Yeah.
It was when the announcement, the time of the announcement was nuts. I love the idea that like Baines just got dragged to the Titanic Hotel, and it was like, right, lads, he's taking over tonight. Okay. Oh yeah, all
Well,
right.
I think the whisper was that like the players turned up at the meeting and they went in thinking Dyche were meeting. Baines and Coleman just stood there. They hadn't even been told. They were just like, what? Like, lads,
Fucking hell.
change your plan.
If Seamus Coleman stood there, I'd be fucking terrified, thinking, "Oh Christ, what have I done?"
I loved how cool Baines was about it though, in like
Yeah.
the pre-match interview, and he was just like, "Not arse, lad. I'm a coach. It's what we do." It's like fair enough.
Yeah.
It was.
I'd really hope he makes a good coach. I don't know. I don't know if he will. It's dead hard to tell. You can never tell who will make a good manager, but I really, really hope he does. Even if it's not with us, even if he just like does lower leagues or whatever.
I saw his after-match press conference, and he just one-word answers were great.
Yeah.
Did he take the job? No.
Yeah. It's like it would be magic if he did one day become our manager and was just our best manager ever. That would be.
I think he's more of a Colin Harvey type though, like because he's such a deep thinker about the game.
Yeah.
Making that transition to like the cheerleader up front. I mean, obviously not achieved as much plays, but I could see him working with Coleman long run. I could see that with Coleman kind of being more bombastic.
Yeah, Coleman does come across as more the manager type. He feels like he could handle that, like because it's a different, like you said, it's a different role being a manager. You could be a great coach like Colin Harvey was, but you can't make that transition to manager. It's a totally different thing. You got like manage different expectations. You got to carry yourself differently. But yeah, I can see that actually. I can see as a coach he'd have a lot to give, but
I can see Coleman being the one who jumps off the bench where Baines is cool, standing on, sitting down or just standing where Baines would be up there at it on the sidelines, up and down sort of thing.
Oh God, wouldn't it be lovely though? 15 years time, you know that picture of Howard Kendall when we lift the FA Cup, and he's just stood there beaming, just dead. Wouldn't it be great in 15 years time? We got that with Leighton Baines.
Class.
Oh God,
He looked proper cool as well on the touchline, didn't he? He looked proper cool.
I was trying to spot what his trainees were. He was wearing Adidas, still good.
Yeah, but like one foot in front of the other, arms folded, not giving a shit.
Yeah,
love him.
Yeah. That's what you want. Ben. Oh, speaking of Baines, Ben has asked, which song or artist do you think Baines had on in the changes? My immediate thought was that he got what's his name? Used to be in Last Shadow Puppets with
Miles Kane.
Monkeys, yeah.
Yeah, got him in the changing room just to depress everyone, but probably not. Hopefully not. Anyway,
I had a run in with him in town a little while back. I'll say running. I just saw him down. He was walking down North Johnson, I think it was. And he had like a denim jacket, but it was Michael Kors, I think, because it had MK on the back. And I went to my mate and went, look at Miles Kane with a jacket on with MK on the back. And he just turned around and snarled me.
That's
I was like, who do you think he is?
That's amazing. Yeah, he is one moody character, I'm like. What we saying then? What was he playing?
Siggy or Ross or something like that, something really deep.
Imagine. If that doesn't get you up for the game, nothing will.
Bit of Chaz and Dave.
Bit of rabbit, yeah.
Snooker loopy.
Yeah, it's if anyone doesn't know what order snooker balls go in, listen to Snooker Loopy, and it spells it out for you, and you'll never forget it.
It's one of the songs that sometimes gets played on the bus coming back, Snooker loopy. Because I know the words, but I'm not going to sing it.
You do a turn on that as well.
Sometimes my mate Dave helps us as well.
Pete?
We saying music.
Yeah.
I think he'd be. See, you're working under the assumption that he would have been in the dressing room for that long. I think he'd be very business-like. I think he'd come in, tell him the tactics, like get the music off, tell him the tactics, and then just go into his own room with his guitar and just like have like a bit of a session on his own. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he'd just be all business.
I like the idea that he walks in and just says, turn this shite off, and turns it
Yeah,
off. Yeah.
that's what I mean. Yeah, it's like, yeah, turn it off. Here's the whiteboard with the little things on it, as you know well, Les.
Oh God, yeah.
You know,
I know very well, yeah, with the counters.
He basically did the team talk that you gave, and then just got off, went into the office, got his guitar out, had a little chill, and then just went out and got the win.
Yeah, did the business. Yeah.
Can't shake the image though. Would you say him being having a guitar in the office, we start singing "Rushing Through the Paris Night" to himself, like when Brent is sat there in front of his desk.
Oh fucking hell! Leighton's got the guitar out, flagging.
Do you think he's got the bar after the game as well? Just had a little Jack Daniels, and have a way.
100%. Stu was asked, what piece of Goodison are you taking with you when we leave? Turf seat, Everton tyres out the toilet. That's a shout. Yeah, might take a little hammer and a chisel and get one of the tiles.
Main stand toilets. The Everton tiles have been after one of them for years.
Yeah, the ones.
So that one of them will be coming with me. To be honest, I'm just going to end up going like skip diving. I'm going to be looking for everything. Me. I'm going to be getting bricks. I'm going to be getting. Honest to God, if I can, I'll build an extension with the bricks, big blue extension at the back of the house.
Yeah, corrugated iron off the main stand.
Well, do you know, here's one for you. So on the Bullens, it's something I noticed when I've been like, like sometimes I go in before the games. So there's like a plaque on each of the pillars in the Bullens, which has the year of it from when it was built, when like the upper tier or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and they're just boss little bits, and I love like the little detail of them, and yeah, I'd love one of them. But I think they're going to be selling off absolutely everything, aren't they? 100%. Everything will be getting sold.
Yeah.
I wonder what will happen to that dead bird in the the skeleton. Bird in the Bullens.
If you don't flog that, they're missing a trick.
Yeah. We need to get like have you seen that film Annabelle? You know, like when they've got it in like a glass cage and they have to have it like with it's like a possessed doll, and they have to keep it in a specially made cage to stop the demon coming out.
Yeah,
we'll get the bird in one of them.
Yeah, keep that at the new ground in a cage. Yeah, definitely. Well, maybe that's the bad luck. Who knows? Liam, what are you taking?
Joe, what? I'll just get the Barnby thing off the timeline, keep it for Bomby night. I'm going to set fire to it. I'm going to personally make sure to set fire to it.
That's a hell of a shout. I still can't believe you got that up.
I know it's mad. Like that you thought we'll do that. Like there's so many tin pot things on there, and yeah, it was a big moment in our history, but it's just like you don't decide what happened. We know it happened. We're all painfully aware of it. Just let it go.
Ian, what you got?
I'd probably say a tile because I wouldn't want my seats wooden.
See, I quite like the idea of the wooden seats. The plastic ones I wouldn't want, but the wooden one, I mean, it's quite cumbersome. But yeah,
cushion on mine. I've got a cushion on my seat. I've got to admit to that. It's only a very thin cushion.
The main stand, aren't you? Like by the front, like just above the
Yeah, so we've got like our own little. Basically it was like the overspill from where the families used to sit, like the players' families. Like when I first went there, I think it was like the second season, and we signed Marco Materazzi, and his wife used to sit like right next to us, beyond the barrier. So basically, we were like the overspill. So our seats have got like these like cushions on. Lovely.
That's nice. Are they removable?
Yeah, it's for Philip Screws.
Okay. I'm just
not that I've checked or anything, not that but
there'll be a lot of
yeah.
people on that last day of the season just saying, "Oh, by the way, I've just come from work. I'm a
I'm
wearing
the biggest coat ever.
It's going to be like the football factory, innit? Everyone going in tooled up just to take it to the ground, though. Yeah,
The funny thing is, though, I'm sure they want to do like concerts and stuff in the summer to see Goodison off. They're gonna try and sell seats. There's gonna be none left.
I was just thinking with the cushions, like the legendary main stand stories from the 70s, where people threw the cushions on the pitch, but they've screwed them in now, so you can't do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they are actually stuck into the seat. Yeah.
That makes sense then. Right, we've got 4 minutes of this half left. God, that's gone quick. So we'll quickly go with Lee's question. Dyche, Woning, Stoney in a Nottingham pub this afternoon, Friday afternoon, debriefing on their time at Everton. What choice of drink and bar snack would each one order? Just rip through this quickly. Liam, go ahead.
I think they're drinking Stella because they know they're off tomorrow, so they can go for it.
Yeah.
And I think they're eating scampi fries.
That's a hell of a shout.
I do want. I think and I've got to get in because we won't mention as much going forward. It's been stuck in my head. We made Kevin obviously does the Good Times podcast with me. He said he called them Woney and Stoney to the tune of Marley and Marley from the Muppets Christmas Carol when they both came in, and it's been a thing in our WhatsApp group for 2 years. It's Woney and Stoney. Ooh, ooh.
Oh shit! I wish I'd known that years ago. It would have made the match more enjoyable. Pete, what's on the bar order?
Pork scratchings have got to be in there, surely.
Yeah.
Like just a bucket of them, all of them. I reckon that's what they do. They go in and just get, like those in the pub. You've got like those like cardboard things,
Yeah.
and they're all stuck. Like, and you pull them out. I reckon they just say them, just like
Yeah.
a full thing of it. Just all of it. Yeah.
Do you know what is utter woke nonsense? The fact that these days you don't have a naked woman on the back of that board. So when you pull off the things, eventually you get to see
Shocking,
everything.
isn't it?
Thatcher's
Shocking.
Britain.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? A country's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
Used to be a proper country, this. Pete, what drink as well, Pete?
I agree with Liam. I think Stella's on the cards, isn't it? Maybe a few chasers down the line. Do you reckon they go for, I don't know, something random like Southern Comfort or something? Southern Comfort, lime and lemonade, and really get on it. That's proper hangover fuel, isn't it?
That's
my hangover fuel.
That's the drink that I cannot even smell or think of.
Yeah.
Southern Comfort, lime and lemonade. Even the thought of it.
I think they get on it.
Yeah.
I don't like brown liquor, but I love that. Les, you saw me sing at my wedding to Tom Jones. I was on the steamboats all night.
Well, yeah. Oh, God, mate. That explains everything. Ian, quickly, what drink are they going to get?
I think with what's happened to him, I think he's going to be straight on the bitter. And then, like I say, I agree. A bucket of pork scratchings and some salt and vinegar McCoys because he's that like spicy and make your eyes water and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you're going McCoys, it's got to be beef. But anyway, that's a whole other story. Right, that is the end of this half. We will be back soon. I am off for a pint of Badgers Entirely Blameless. We are back for the next part of Mailbag. I picked a question from something Paul said in the replies. Blue socks are the way to go. Could be the essential change, like Dyche's tracksuit. Just saying. Just quickly, where are we on sock colour, Liam?
Blue all day.
Really? Okay.
It's a real point of contention for me and Kev. Look at the logo for the Good Times.
You got the socks on, yeah.
Yeah.
Love the blue socks. Definitely blue socks for me as well.
Blue socks, Pete.
Definitely.
I'm a blue sock fan. Blue socks. So I just think it looks classy. I just think it looks real. I just think it looks great. The women's team play in blue shorts as well. Blue shorts, blue socks.
If we're going blue socks, let's go all blue. I'm all in on that.
I'd love that. All blue.
No, I like the blue, white, blue.
Okay.
And look this way. What did we wear last time we won the league?
Yeah.
We wore blue socks. And the FA, I mean, this is tenuous. In the FA Cup final, we had blue and black.
See, ideally, I really like the navy socks we wore for that one season, or the blue and black ones.
Yeah, they were nice then, weren't they? 14-15 ones, yeah.
Definitely.
That kit looked class. I'd like to go back.
When Lukaku, that kit was lovely, wasn't it?
Oh, it
was that the Cox Sportif?
Umbro?
That was the first Umbro one back, wasn't it? In 2014.
Umbro, that was right. It was Umbro, yeah, of course, yeah.
I never bought that, you know. Gutted.
Good kit,
I
that.
bought it for the kids. That was when I stopped buying football kits because I had to get the kids them instead. So I
That's when they ran out of
couldn't afford
socks
to
as
buy
well,
the
didn't
normal
they?
one. What's that?
Remember they ran out of socks
Yeah.
when they launched the kit. That was the one when they ran out of all the socks. And then someone said on Twitter, Shangy's going to come out and he's going to pull head off. It's going to be Bill. He's going to wink, and then Lukaku's going to come out and just going to throw socks to the crowd.
Hey, the other kit that had navy socks was the best kit we've ever had. That Goodison 125 years kit. That had navy socks as well, didn't it?
The only thing
Yes,
about that
yeah.
is the collars don't go down properly. It keeps popping up at the side. I don't like
Dead
the collars
small,
in
aren't
it.
they? Yeah,
Tiny.
yeah, and they pop up. Delta of a kit though. Speaking of which, Ben, God, seamless this. Favorite kit of the Moyes era. Liam, I keep coming to you first, so I'll hang on for this one because I'm expecting big things here. Pete,
Moyes era.
do you want to quickly have
I
a look at
liked.
historical kits?
Yeah, have a quick look. I was a big fan of the Lecoq Sportif ones. I think that was, I remember there was one. Was the one with like the yellow in the collar?
Yeah,
There was like a little bit of yellow.
11-12 home kit on it, yeah.
I
Yeah,
just see
I love
Jelic
that
in
one. Yeah, I love that one. And then there was also the one we had in the cup final, which was would that have been Umbro? I think
Yeah,
would have been Umbro with the Chang. I used to love having any kit with Chang on. I thought Chang was one of my favourite sponsors. That
Look,
yeah, it
boss.
was
shite ale, but it was a really it just the kit looked boss with it on.
yeah, defo. Good shout. Ian,
I've got two. I would say the all black one that we had was it the yellow Chan. I think that would have been
the Nike one.
Yeah,
That was
I like
nice,
that one.
Darren Gibson.
Yeah,
That comes to mind for that kit.
And the one that we wore for the FA Cup when Bain scored the free kick against Chelsea.
Yeah,
The white one.
That's possibly one of our best kits ever.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Again with the hoop socks as well. Oh, fantastic. Liam,
Gonna make a good honourable mentions to a couple of third kits here.
Yeah, go on.
I love the 07-08 home because I like the yellow on it, like Pete was saying, 11-12. But the all black Cajun one.
the 07 08 that had the design there, didn't it?
Yeah, and the 07, yeah, it did. And
Yeah.
the other one was actually from 07-08. Do you remember the navy third kit that we had in 07-08? It was all navy.
Yeah,
that was really smart.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah,
Do you know one as well? I was in the mindset of home kits because we were talking about the blue socks, but there was do you remember that one where we randomly got like the All Blacks to do the promotional video for doing the hacker with the pink stripes. I actually loved it. That was a proper smart kit. That like on reflection.
I wore that on the excuse me. I wore that on the last game of the season against Sheffield United. I just went digging in the loft. I thought I'm going to put a retro shirt on, and I found it and it was fit as well. It was great.
That kit is City away in the snow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Liam.
No, I'm saying yeah, I was just agreeing. I think it was actually
keep going with your kits, man.
Well, that was actually. I'm sorry, but it was City in the March. City away in the snow was all blue.
Oh, was it?
It was the season before. It was City, yeah, because it was Arteta and Kale. It was Baines and sorry for the kit near there.
No, it's fine. But I'm a bit like disgusted with myself that I got that wrong.
Try to think. Yeah, there were a few. That all black one, I forgot about that. Really, 12-13. That was really
lovely
nice.
shirt, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really nice. I quite like the pink one looking back. That was the same season as the cream one. It was actually quite smart with just the navy
blue
across there. It was a loud colour, but it was a nice design.
Yeah. Was the same home kit one at the design?
Yeah. And the home kit was lovely, just like the plainness of it, the blue. It was really simple but nice. That
I bought one of them, and then I think I bought the black shirt, and I got another pink one free with it. I don't know why, but
it's a decent deal. I think hands down worst kit of the Moyes era has got to be the 09-10 home Lecoq with the where they made the bollocks of the 85 kit.
Yeah,
with the sports bra.
Oh, God,
possibly, but I'd go for, and I know it's tenuous with Moyes, but I'd go for the Puma 1-to-1 kit because I think that's what one of our worst kits.
Oh yeah, that was just
too much white. He had that, and plus me and Pete both had Alexanderson on it. I remember talking to him a while back. So
it always fitted really weird that as well, wasn't it? It was massive.
It was very, very Birmingham City, that kit.
It was cool when the youth team wore it though with T-Mobile. Do you remember? Because 1-to-1 became T-Mobile, and then Rooney for that one game they wore it like that. Was kind of offbeat, wasn't it?
Right, Foxy, what's your favourite Moyes moment? The Moyes moments, I like that. And he's put hashtag good times. Ian,
Come back to us.
okay. Pete,
I I think it was the game when we beat Newcastle to confirm finishing fourth. That day was something special
when
for me.
Kale got sent off after it, or was
Was
it
that the
during
same?
the game?
No, that was a different game. That was his last ever game for Everton.
Okay.
When
I'm
he got
watching
sent
this
off,
off
I
today,
think
aren't I? Christ.
he did score though. He did score. He scored, and I just remember that moment when he scored, and we were. You remember that song we were singing, Champions League, we're having a laugh.
Oh
And I
yeah,
just
yeah.
remember getting to full time, and we were playing that song, and I was just like, it was just incredible. And then we went away like to Arsenal a couple of days later, still pissed, and got absolutely battered, like 7-0 or something.
7-0.
But yeah, I just remember that was like sort of a moment for me, especially because we'd finished above them as well. They had to then go and spoil it, obviously, but we won't talk about that.
No.
But yeah, just that for me was just a moment where, because we got into that season, we'd lost Rooney, we brought Darren Benton, hadn't we? And everyone was sort of, we were favourites to go down. I think Radzinski had gone to
We had
Fulham.
finished 17th the season
Yeah.
before, hadn't we?
Yeah.
Radzinski went to Fulham and he was mouthing off saying Fulham had a better chance of being in the Premier League and all this sort of stuff. And then for us to get through all that and then finish fourth, that was just brilliant for me.
And like you said, getting battered at Arsenal to finish in a Champions League spot on negative goal difference takes
love that.
That is an
Love
achievement.
that.
Just an Everton, just Everton all over that.
Liam?
Love it.
One that came to mind before was 07-08, one of my favourite seasons. I went to loads of ways. I was in uni, I went to loads of ways, but we beat City 2-0 on Monday night under Moyes. Kale and Yakubu scored. Martin Petrov got sent off them, but I just remember being like the most complete performance. We were just in control. We were going for the Champions League and we were walking out going, we'll see you in May, because the final for the UEFA Cup was there, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
We got knocked out. That is another story. Sorry for the rabbit hole, but I actually, the Monday morning after the Fiorentina game on the Thursday, I'd entered the ballot on UEFA.com and I got this email saying, congratulations, you've got 2 tickets for the UEFA Cup final. Which was a bit of a blow.
That's horrible.
Well, Rangers got there, so it's criminal to
you go?
talk about that one. No, I put them on a resale site, and Rangers. A Rangers fan paid for me summer, which I know sounds terribly Tory, but it was Rangers.
That was when they all kicked off, wasn't it? Didn't like 100,000 of them come down or something mad?
Yeah.
Well, some fella got arrested kicking a cop in the head. It turned out he was a copper from Essex. He was a Rangers fan. Like, what are you doing?
That's staunch as fuck, that, isn't it? A Rangers fan from Essex, friggin' hell. Ian, sorry. I was going to call you Louise then, sorry.
I've been called worse. Fuck now. I would say his face when he came on the pitch when we beat Liverpool 1-0. Carsley.
Yeah.
He came on and it was like one of the greatest things he'd ever done. And obviously it was a great day. I remember watching a pub in Liverpool with my cousin, and it was a pub called the Barracuda. Does that ring any bells back in the day?
Oh, yes.
We're in the Barracuda. Scored. I've never been so nervous last 5 minutes. And then we just all started singing. I think we went second that day. Remember singing, "We're gonna win the league." Honestly, it was a great day.
That was the Rafa beneath us as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just seeing Moyes' face, like derby wins and stuff like that, and how passionate he was back in the day when he was managers, like one of us, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Good shout, great. That was a cracking day. That we'll quickly go to Maggie's roundup. Let's go with that. What's the weirdest way you've ever been sacked, Pete? You're no stranger to a good sacking, are you?
Oh mate, yeah. I remember I had a kickoff once when I was it was my first ever job, and I was like only 16 or 17, and it was a bit. Looking back at it, it was probably a little bit harsh on the fella, but basically, I got told I wasn't allowed to wear a poppy on Remembrance Sunday. It was weird, and apparently it was because this fella who was like the shift manager, he was some kind of his religious beliefs basically said he didn't like, and the words he used to me were promoting war. And I kicked off big style at him. I said, it's not promoting it. I said, it's like, it's a mark of respect. So basically, I proper went off on one and then like got called into the office when like the proper manager came in then. And then next thing I got called in the office and literally got sacked. And I was like,
Jesus.
you know, for that as well.
I tell you what, mate, you
yeah.
could have made a mint off the Daily Mail with that story.
I know exactly, yeah.
Go
I
on.
would do now, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
This was like, I mean, you're talking about, what, 20, well, not, yeah, 20 years ago-ish. But yeah.
That's crazy.
So
That is mental.
pretty bad, that, isn't it? Thinking about it.
It's nuts. Liam?
I don't think I've actually ever been sacked. I'm lucky like that. I mean, it's not been for wanting to try in certain jobs. When I was a barman, like as a student, I remember one of the first pints I ever poured, put it down the bar, and it left out, went all over this woman customer, and she was not happy. And I also got banned from changing the bottles, the optics, because I changed one and it was too loose, and a full bottle of vodka came off my head, bounced off my head. I had to take a few days off for concussion. So I was in there, but
You were trying your hardest there, weren't you?
yeah, it's not been what I'm trying, but I don't think I have. Yeah.
Ian?
No, I've never been sacked, but when I was younger, I had I did a day on the milk. I'd run a bit extra, pop my mates. Oh, go on.
Took gig the milk. I've done that.
So it is.
Halfway.
I did what? Let's know it is. I did one day, and I think I smashed more than I delivered. It was freezing. I was only about 3'2". I think I tripped up a step with a couple of bottles of milk. And the bloke says, "Don't come back tomorrow, mate. It's all right. It's not for you." But I'm like, no bother.
You got to try and be quiet as well, somehow, haven't you? As a milk, get out that early.
It's like up at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's freezing as well. I had a pair of these like them magic gloves on, which didn't help, so they went. I had to get rid of them. And it was never ending. It was never ending. My mate's like jumping off the back of the wagon. He's carrying like 4 bottles in his hand. I'm like got 2 under my arms like that.
Oh yeah, no fun now.
Just off of you, mate.
Now that Christmas and New Year are officially over, what nice things are you planning to do this year? Anyone got any? Who's going on holiday? Anyone going on holiday anywhere nice?
Nothing planned at the minute.
Same, nothing. Liam?
I think we're going away in March, maybe looking somewhere like a little bit long haul for the time, but we haven't actually booked anything yet. We're just going to see what happens.
Look forward to
we're talking about 21, 22 next week for the Good Time podcast, but I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, I genuinely cannot remember what happened. I can't differentiate any of the last 5 years. I don't think it's just one homogenous blob of misery.
There's a reason we've been on a hiatus. We didn't want to do it over Christmas.
That's fair enough. Yeah, don't bring the mood down. Pete,
I'm making plans for us to go on a mad unbeaten run between now and the end of the season and steal the last Europa Conference League spot. And then I'm going to go to the arse end of Eastern Europe for every European away next season.
You got me excited about that. That hadn't even crossed my mind.
I'd love that. I wouldn't even. I prefer that competition. I'd want to be in that competition above anything.
Yeah,
I just love it.
Same. Yeah,
proper love it.
You say that we'll get knocked out by like FC Borat or something like that.
Yeah, be worth it. But imagine the aways, though. Imagine the trips. Yeah. I don't even drink, but I'd still just enjoy it. I just love it. Like, yeah. Anywhere you go where you've got genuine fear for getting actually killed by the opposition fans, it's an experience, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The more Larry and the more Eastern European they are, the better. I was just on Everton in Europe. I'm reading. I've got Gav Buckland's 3 books for Christmas, so I'm reading the 60s one now. And we got knocked out by was it Dunfermline or Kilmarnock in the 60s. Jock Stein was their manager. And we actually got knocked out by like a sort of lower tier Scottish club. I had no idea. We've always been utterly dreadful in Europe. Weird.
Well, we did make hard work. Was it Shamrock in '85?
Yeah.
My time.
Yeah, first round. Yeah, no, University College Dublin.
Yeah, but we made hard work.
Yeah, I think we won 1-0 over 2 legs.
They hit the bar.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes ago, they hit the bar, and then we out.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking that we've got some random stat like we were the first team to win a penalty shootout in Europe?
Yeah, Borussia Mönchengladbach 71. Yeah. First European Cup penalty shootout, and we won it as if. And then we got knocked out by, I'm going to say AK. Or it was an Athens.
It was, yeah. It got a bit tasty in Athens, I think Gav says in his book.
Yeah, it's we got knocked out by them. Oh. Yeah, we probably should have won it that year, to be honest, with that team, but Everton. Maggie, with the return of Moyes, what other early 2000s blasts from the past would you like to see returning? Not necessarily Everton related. And she says the correct answer is actually Mars Delights, which is a hell of a shout.
Where's the lights? Wow.
What do you want to see back from the early 2000s? I don't want to see pavement scuffed bootcut jeans and brown shoes. Thank you very much. Let's leave that well in the past.
I put on Twitter, Heineken Cold filtered.
Oh yeah, good shout. Oh, Carlin Premier, bring that back all day.
Half Irish.
Yeah, Delta. Pete.
What would they bring? The big breakfast on a morning with Kelly Brook specifically. that would be. It was just a fantastic way to start the day,
wasn't it?
Denise Van Outen and Johnny Vaughan. They were the best duo. But yeah. Big breakfast. TFI Friday as well. It's different time, wasn't it?
Was different times. Simpler times. Yeah.
Simpler times. TFI Friday used to love that with Chris Evans before he ended up. Well, yeah.
Anyway,
sorry, I'll stop myself there. Billy Piper.
Liam, apart from the wonderful Rockets.
Probably the music, because then I wouldn't feel as out of touch. You're like, oh yeah, I know all these artists. Like, I wouldn't look as old as they do. Like, oh yeah, I know all this.
The thing is, though, anything past 2007 is not worth bothering with anyway. So that's just.
It's not just not bothering with. I still call it new. I'm like, oh, their new album, they're like 15 years old.
and 2001 was officially the greatest ever year for music. It was wonderful. So yeah,
the greatest ever album was released then. Is this it? So I can't argue with that.
I'm there with you. Same year that Discovery, Daft Punk was released as well. So many good albums that year. Kyle said to that question, his hair. Fair enough. What other changes could Leighton Baines and Seamus Coleman implement into the club ahead of the second coming? Umbro kits, please. Again.
Yeah.
Teach Michaelenko to play football.
He's so bad, isn't he? Honestly, when I saw
him, if you stand here, he can't get past you.
Do you know what? Like, even at left wing back the other night, he will not pass the ball down the line. As soon as he gets the ball, he turns inside. It's like you're left-footed. You should be turning outside. That's like the most natural thing to do. It messes with
his confidence is clearly gone. I mean, I don't think he's a brilliant player, but I think he's confident.
No. Did you see him beat a player?
Yeah, it was a great turn, wasn't it?
I thought my telly was broke.
There's something mad about that. About him wearing gloves as well. Like it's not that cold in Ukraine. You should wear gloves.
Oh yeah.
But you know what though? That little moment, that little spark. I actually turned to my cousin and said like it was like Baines Pienaar-esque for like that little flash of a moment. It was because Dyche was there as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The two of them just like did some mad little one too, and I was like, who's this? But I think Michaelenko. I mean, it's mad when you think about it as well. Like since Michaelenko's been at Everton, he's had Ashley Cole and Leighton Baines both in the bit, like literally there. Just there.
And he's got
what I mean? And how is he not? Like, this is as good as he's got. Like,
incredible. That is nuts. Yeah, so we saying what changes could they make? Just give us some decent fullbacks.
Or just play instead of him.
Just play, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's not.
I'd start Baines against Villa myself. Like,
he's not that much older than Ashley Young, is he?
He's got to be one. He's younger, isn't he?
40, isn't he, Baines?
So it's like a year or so, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy. That's all for Maggie's roundup. Stevens asked, have you ever had a dream about another member of the Blue Room? No, thankfully.
No.
Do you know what? I'm glad Dave's not on this podcast because Christ, we'd go dark right now. Has anyone ever had a dream about a member of the Blue Room?
No.
No, but now you've mentioned it, I probably will tonight.
Oh, we all will tonight now. Yeah.
You're a dream to me, Les. That's all I'll say on that.
I met Pete before the United game. Outside the Winslow, and I got my picture taken with him. Don't know if he remembers.
Oh yeah, of course,
yeah.
Yeah.
Called me legend.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that now.
It was freezing. You were given.
Was I doing the? Was I handing out the cards? Was I?
You were, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You had the protest cards. I remember that now. Yeah.
Hey, what great days then, weren't they?
Oh yeah.
Real Goodison booing that, isn't it? Some real hardcore,
Yeah.
proper vicious, lovely stuff.
It has been. I don't. You know, I know we sort of say we're like the most boring sort of team to watch and the most boring club because we just kind of exist in the Premier League. But there can't have been a club that's been more batshit crazy than Everton over the last few years.
No.
At all, there can't be, can there?
Well, look at it this way: our most expensive ever player, there's something went on which we can't comment on, that
Yeah.
led to him not playing ever again for our club, and that's like a footnote. That's like that's the least mad thing that's gone on.
God. Yeah, what a
It's when
club.
you think as well, like that, like obviously like the pandemic happens, but then you've got your main sponsor getting sanctioned because of an because Russia
Yeah.
invaded Ukraine.
Yeah.
And that again, that's just part, like one little small part.
Yeah, yeah.
What does my head in about that as well, by the way, is that United apparently would have broken PSR, but they were let off by 40 million because one of their sponsors went bust in COVID. And it's like, so what was the thing that we got told? It was like, well, you should have prepared for
seen
that.
this coming,
That's
lads.
what you should do in business. Nice one. Well, surely United should have, shouldn't he?
Do you know what? Putin was threatening it for a while, fellas. You should have seen that coming.
Usmanov probably got the heads up though. Usmanov probably had some kind of idea. Like, by the way,
It's just another occasion where Everton and global warfare do not mix well.
Putin came out and just says, "Oh, you've had good times."
Yeah.
I think
Sorry, the war.
one of the best things is if you read the original PSR report, I've only read the first one, and I'm convinced it's Michael Keane. They alluded to this player we said to the Premier League in March 2020. We're going to sell him. We're going to transfer this, and we're going to sell him. They don't say the player is, and they said that player was awarded a 5-year contract in September 2020.
Yeah.
And when you look back to September 2020, that's around the time he signed it. And it was like, it said something like Mr. Bill Kenwright was personally handling the sale, and the Premier League said to give him a 5-year deal.
Can you imagine? No, you were meant to sell him. What are you doing?
What it was, he was great during COVID because there were no crowds. He could just
Yeah.
play football, not like get in his own head.
He scored a few goals as well. I think was it when the first games back he scored against Norwich. We beat Norwich away.
Yeah,
And
he scored
he
the
was
first goal,
outstanding. Yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah. God.
David
Yeah.
Moyes comes in and makes him a 20-goal a season striker. I'm telling you,
It's on, isn't it? It's on.
it's on. Finally, Les, we'll get our dream.
Do you know what? Again, just to go back to like Gav's book, because it's a really good insight into 1960s Everton. There's so much in the book.
It's great, isn't it?
That's brilliant. But like one of the things as well is we weren't averse to throwing at centre half up front, and that. So he tried. I know Jimmy Gabriel latterly played as a centre half, but he was a midfielder. He got thrown up front for a few games. It's something we've done throughout history. So yeah, let's just embrace it. Let's do it
Steve
again.
Watson.
Yeah.
Steve Watson.
Mick Lyons,
Yeah, but
big one, wasn't he?
Smith wouldn't play Chadwick, would he? He was just like, no, we'll put Steve Watson up.
Oh God, right. Where should we go to next? Rob, are the Everton players most pleased about Dyche going or being able to wear hats and snoods again, given the weather? Plus, which player destroyed the punishment wheel? Yeah, this long socks and shinnies was a bit of a nonsense, wasn't it, in training?
Aye.
I think it was good at first because we just wanted the players to suffer because they made us suffer.
Yeah,
Then it was like, okay, it's a bit over the top now, isn't it?
yeah. The
It was like Gaffer's Day, wasn't it? We were all like, yeah, it is right. Work them hard. And then after like 2 days, we were like, oh my God, you've injured half the squad. What are you doing?
It's all fun and games until it really doesn't affect the fitness in a positive way.
It did Bradford in this season, didn't it? Because they made him do like Gaffer's Day on like his first day back.
Didn't he do it twice as well?
It's like,
Twice, yeah.
what is wrong with this? And who destroyed the punishment wheel then? I mean, the obvious answer to everything is Jordan Pickford, but I'm going to go Michael Keane for this.
Yeah. I think Calvert-Lewin, because I just don't think he's asked. I think because he'd just be turning up late, wouldn't he? And he'd just be like,
What's the worst you can do? I'm going anyway. You haven't got anyone
No, who I think did it? I think Patterson's done it.
That's why you got a slap.
Yeah. Just stood up in that mail and says, you broke my wheel. Right, so stop.
Yeah, I'd go Patterson. I don't think Calvert-Lewin's got that effort in him, judging by what I've seen this season.
Christ, no, it's quite horrific how much he's phoning it in. Liam, I've got to come to you for this one first. Warren's question. If you were developing a new drink, say a Homer Simpson style flaming Homer, What ingredients would you use to create it, and what would you call it?
I'm gonna go. I thought of this night. I thought of experience as a student, as I often do, because those days are actually fun. Do you know when you at like a party and you're just drinking whatever?
Yeah.
I stumbled upon gin and lilt, and it was absolutely amazing. And I'm gonna call it JILT.
It's
a nice
there.
little word.
It's right there, isn't it?
Jilt.
Jilt.
I'll have a JILT, please. Double JILT on the rocks.
Oh, I'm all in on that. Got to give that a go.
Sounds like when your girlfriend packs you in, being jilted.
Yeah, exactly. It's my
Oh my God.
drown your sorrows.
Get this on Dragon's Den.
Yeah, definitely. You've been jilted.
It's also another name for like Jarg supermarket lilt. Jilt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you just get like the
exactly.
Caribbean crush type stuff.
Yeah, absolute, copyright buster.
There's levels to
Gordon's
this
gin
game.
as well. It works with that a lot.
It does. It's all.
Let's
It's
delay-
all there.
Delay the release of this episode so Liam can get the,
We'll
get the
reconvene
copyright
after.
sorted.
Yeah,
Yeah, just get it registered because I'm on board with this.
Yeah,
I'm not
definitely.
going to top that.
I'm all
on
in.
board with this.
Yeah, can anyone top that? I can't.
Nah, definitely not that.
No,
That's-
right. That is the correct answer then. Laura, this is probably one for me. Why does Goodison seem to always have so many feral trolleys? It's quite the mystery. Because there's not like a load of supermarkets around. There's the big Asda on Rice Lane, but that's miles away. There's the Aldi on County or Walton Road, whatever one it is. That's miles away. Not sure why there's so many trolleys.
Les, I was trying to get photos the other night because I walked back a little bit from the match, so I was doing like 5 Live. They rang up with local family action.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I was on the phone to them and I just saw this trolley. And it was just like, I was on the phone live on radio, so I couldn't take a photo. Yeah, there was just this trolley and like, trying to explain where it's. So, if you go down towards where the pits is, there's like that old building, you turn left, there's like houses there. It was just on this like grass verge, there was no grass. I was like, I couldn't get a photo of it, so I had to leg it to get the bus. And then there's like a bus stop at the bottom of Great Holmes Street. Just like a big, is it like an anchor or something?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
big,
on the corner.
There was just another trolley there, and I couldn't get a good photo of it. I was like, is Les doing this? Is Les just going around placing trolleys? And going to Laura, the professional photographer, put this on my side.
For anyone who doesn't know about the feral trolleys phenomenon, it's basically when you just see trolleys like miles away from like a supermarket or anything. There's an Instagram account which is very good, and there's a playlist. There's a playlist on Spotify which is even better. So just search for hashtag feral trolleys on Spotify and Instagram. And
that came up the other day actually. My wife was playing Spotify, and the feral trolleys account sent me a link for Air cemetery music, and I pressed on Spotify and switched off.
Yeah.
And she was just listening to Spotify upstairs, and it just came on. And she was like, "Did you put Air on before?"
Convinced that's the greatest unused band name ever as well.
What's that?
Feral Trolleys.
Feral trolleys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
It would.
There we go. We've invented a band as well now.
Let's start it. Little sport. Let's do
Got a
it.
drink. Got a band. Yeah.
Feral Trolleys.
Feral trolleys are on the JILT.
That's the first album.
Or it could be like the sort of lead singer and band name. So feral trolleys and the Jilts.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Right, we've got 7 minutes left. So we've done that. Oh, we've got one question left, and it's a red hot soccer question from Oggy on Blue Sky. 4-4-2 formation. I grew up watching all teams using 4-4-2. Me too, mate. And played all of my footy career in a 4-4-2 formation. I didn't. I started Sunday League just as the 5-3-2 was de rigueur, so I was a wing back. The odd time playing with a sweeper. Yeah, the sweeper thing, I never liked that. Can you win games today using 4-4-2? Seems unlikely. You need 2 shit-up midfielders to play a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll just get overrun because the wingers aren't helping out. Let's face it. Unless you play a diamond, maybe. But do anyone reckon you can win with a 4-4-2?
I reckon, yeah. The reason for that is football seems cyclical, doesn't like you get like formations coming in and out of vogue all the time, don't you? And I think there'll be a point where it'll come back in, and it'll like you say in the 90s, everyone went 3 at the back of it and stopped. But then there was a naissance under like a lot of Italian managers, like Conte, where people went 3 at the back. I think I'm not sure who'll do it. It won't be Moyes because since he stumbled on one up front in 2004, he has not deviated from it whatsoever. But I think it will make a comeback, but the most galling thing would be if it made like a comeback under Dyche at Leicester and we got relegated. There's no way Dyche isn't going to Leicester, by the way.
I hadn't even thought of that. It's going to happen,
Luton.
isn't it? Ian, what are your thoughts on 4-4-2? Sorry, Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, I was only going to say if 4-4-2 was ever an option, it would have been when Dyche was here.
Yeah.
And if even he didn't think it would work, then I don't think you've got much chance.
Yeah.
As the game is right now. But as Liam said, the game just does change. You always look at like certain players as well. Like I always think about Leon Osman and think when he was first sort of when he was at his sort of peak at Everton, if you like, or in his peak years, the Premier League was all about having like big, strong, powerful midfielders. Yeah. And Leon Osman was like this smaller player. But then obviously with the rise of Barcelona, I'm not saying Leon Osman was like a Barcelona player, but that style of midfielder.
Yeah.
If Leon Osman would have started his career a few years later, he would have actually, I think he would have progressed massively.
Yeah,
but,
right. He was a wonderful player, wasn't he?
He was when you look back at him, he was absolutely fantastic. You know, he was a really good player.
He was played out of position, though, wasn't he? Because Moyes used to do this
right wing, yeah.
Players like left off, like you're a winger.
Yeah.
Osman, he did a shift out there, but he almost suffered because he was a better player than Cahill, so you couldn't play Cahill wide, but Cahill was effective in the middle. Because imagine if Osman played not as like a second striker, but like in the 10, if you want to call it, in 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
Where he was like at his peak, because he was comfortable on either foot, he could shoot, he had a lovely turn of pass. He'd have been brilliant in there.
He would have been great there. Ian,
what like you say as well, when he was getting played on the wing, it was the way he had no pace.
Yeah.
So you just did.
Yeah.
And then the problem was that we all didn't see like because he wasn't putting in those performances on the wing because it just didn't suit him. People like sort of got on his back a bit, you know what I mean? But again, like what Liam said, his best attributes were the fact he had a low sense of gravity. He could turn, he could take the ball under pressure, and he could play a pass with either foot, like a precise pass. And he had great vision. That was his like little thing. So yeah.
On a tangent, sorry, just to go back to one of your questions about favourite Moyes moments, he was actually one of them. Remember his goal against Portsmouth in the last minute, the 95th minute.
Yeah, belter.
Another Moyes celebration, that one as he went mental. Yeah. Everybody did, didn't they?
Yeah. Ian, your thoughts on 4-4-2 before we wrap
I'm old-fashioned. I do like 4-4-2. Like you say, you do need some decent midfielders, but I like the big striker, little striker, like a sharp pace sort of thing, But like you said, with the game it is today, pace and, but I do like 4-4-2, definitely.
Yeah, same. So the B was, will it ever come back into fashion? I think we said, it will do at some point. Yeah. And C, was Pep the architect of its demise? Probably. He helped.
He's ruined football,
He has.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
It's when you see these like Twitter accounts posting like videos of kids doing like intricate 53 pass moves and stuff like that. No, I don't want that. Don't want any of that.
People talk about like scanning all the time, like what he's just got good awareness.
just looking around.
Peter Reid said this on Howard's Way. He said transition, counter attack, low block, pressing that. It's pushing up. It's all just the same thing, just repackaged. But where I think Pep's really ruined the game. I don't want to sound like woke and whatnot, but when you see like lower league teams playing out from the back, and like you just can't do it. Just get rid of it.
The other night when they were doing it, it was like, and that's the thing I thought as well. Like Darren Ferguson, he's been a manager for a long time. So if you're doing that in League One, go for it, mate. But don't try and do that at a Premier League club with League One players. It's just not going to work. Mad. I mean, he did give up eventually, didn't he? And the keeper just started it.
Yeah, I think Beto nearly caught them out once or twice, and like even he's nearly getting this, so just fucking on the head.
Just a quick one. Remember when we tried that when we first got Martinez in, and he tried to implement that, and Jagielka and Distan trying to do that? How many nervy moments? He's like, Jagielka's like, what we'll do with this now?
It'd be horrible. Yeah.
And people wanted Graham Potter.
No chance.
I wouldn't have I personally wouldn't have lasted 6 months.
No,
I think I'd be gone. I'd be back on the aisle within a week, and then I'd be end of Peter.
So he's back on the JILT. He said that like the crowd at Brighton was tough during COVID.
Yeah.
So if you think that, how are you lasting at Goodison?
Absolutely no chance.
He wouldn't
have lasted half a game, I'm telling you. Right, lads, that is all we have got time for this week. Thanks to everyone who sent questions in. Thanks to Liam Gerard. Thanks to Louise's iPad. And thanks to Peter McFarlane. That's been Mailbag. We will catch you next time.